Episode 17 of Fruits Basket Season 2 was honestly what I would call a perfect episode. It had so much to love about it, ranging from lighthearted comedic gags to fantastic character development for our favorite rat prince. Plus, do not even get me started on how amazing this transition was. Wow, just stunning. But today, I actually want to break down and analyze what I felt like was the very best moment this episode. I'm BriThi, and welcome to another Fruits Basket Season 2 Best Moment Breakdown.
私も
どうした?
Yes, I know. I can't believe you picked another Kyoru scene for the best moment breakdown. Well, what can I say? They are just so good. When they stop making these moments so darn amazing, I'll stop picking them for breakdowns, okay? One of the biggest driving factors for me choosing this scene was just the stark contrast between Kyo-soma's personality towards strangers to our precious rice ball Honda Toru. It highlighted how affection towards Kyo from someone with no connection at all is returned with nothing but backlash earlier this episode. So while I break down this scene, expect me to be referencing this scene pretty frequently. But with that little preface out of the way, let's begin the breakdown.
いちいち優しくしてられるかよ。
This line was used right here to reference Kyo's harsh treatment of the girl who confessed to him earlier. His peers around him scolded him to be kinder to someone confessing their love to him, but that's just not Kyo's nature. I like to compare Kyo to a wild stray cat. Ironic, I know. At first, stray cats are harsh and cold. They will solemnly come to you or interact with you, let alone show any kindness at all. But after some tender love, care, and affection, they will surely warm up to you. Instead of bearing their fangs on full display, they'll show you nothing but a warm smile. That rings true for our boy Kyo-soma, as his fangs and claws are out as this stranger showers him with nothing but affection. This line was actually pretty smart to include because it reminds us, the viewer, of the earlier confession and tells us to directly compare this scene to that one previous.
いつか同じように突き放されてしまうのだろうか。私も
There's just something I love about seeing the inner workings of Toru's mind. She's always been heralded as this angel from above that has no flaws, no desires. But this moment really highlighted for me that she is a person with worries and fears herself. Her angel wings slowly faded into the distance as she once again feels human. At this point in time, she doesn't even realize how much she cares for Kyo and their relationship. Her fears are constantly reinforced through misinterpretations throughout these episodes. So when we get lines like these, it really feels natural. It's just so darn endearing that it makes you want to jump into the world of Fruits Basket and be that wingman that really gets them together already. God, if that little pinch isn't the cutest thing I've ever seen, I don't know what is. There were no words in this little moment, but what makes it so fantastic is how much emotion it carries by itself. Toru is a gentle person who honestly couldn't even harm a fly. She won't go out of her way to trouble anyone, even if it means hurting herself. But this feeling of abandonment was just overwhelming for her that it pushed her to even confront Kyo about it. This is just a testament to how meaningful this issue is for her. The way she stops him by lightly grabbing his shirt reflects the gentle personality with just two little fingers. If we compare this to the earlier confession scene, we get a glimpse of two different stories. When the unnamed girl grabbed Kyo's arm, he was quick to make her let go. But when Toru gently reaches out, he slowly turns to see what is wrong. I love seeing how after all the time they spent together has affected Kyo's actions towards Toru. This was a great example to see how Kyo acts towards strangers and with someone he cares about. Before moving on, I want to talk a bit more in depth about the meaning of the two-finger grab because it actually was used earlier in the series. It was when Mayu wanted to see if there was any connection between her and Shigure. We all know how that ended up with nothing being there, as she puts it. She felt nothing.
なんでもない。
So we know that this little gesture used in the world of Fruits Basket symbolizes a connection between two individuals that is usually only reserved for couples. So I don't mean to be that guy that looks too much into things, but You're catching my drift, right? Kyoru confirmed, baby!
どうした
Ah, yes, the moment that made everyone's heart erupt in sugary cuteness. This little bit of a hole is why I chose this as my best moment. Earlier, when a girl grabbed Kyo aside to confess, we see Kyo be nothing but harsh and abrasive, saying things like,
あんた、うざい。何一人で勝手に夢抱いてんだ。
I want to take a moment to compare the looks that Kyo gives off here. The way his eyebrows are slanted shows an aggressive attitude towards this person. This, coupled with the fact that his upper face is darkened, truly shows that this is anything but a positive attitude. This is a complete stranger forcing her affection on someone like Kyo who doesn't take well to unfounded affection. To really get a positive reaction out of him, you really have to reinforce that affection with actions and time. Now that we've seen that reaction, let's look at Kyo's reaction towards Toru's affection. The gentle look on his face says it all. He truly cares for Toru and any of her needs or troubles. If you really think all the way back to season 1 when they barely knew each other, you can kinda see a resemblance to the way Kyo treated the unnamed girl. But seeing their relationship really blossom and grow this far is what really makes you overwhelmed with happiness. We can see that once you take time to understand, learn, and grow with Kyo, he opens up this new side that you really don't see from anyone else. And when I say understand, I really mean understand him, his demons, his fear, and his past. The way he acts towards her is the culmination of all of her efforts. One more thing I want to highlight is the softness of his voice with Toru.
どうした
We normally always hear a yelling Kyo who's ready to get into an argument with just about anyone, but this is different. When he knows Toru needs him, he puts on his softest voice for her. This, coupled with the fact that every time he yelled at her in the past she jumped, caused Kyo to understand what makes her comfortable and what language to use. I think the tone was a genius way to show how much he cares for her. We all use different tones when speaking to people. I don't talk to my mother the way I talk to my friends. You don't talk to your precious ones the same way you do to your teacher. It's only natural to adjust your tone to fit who you're talking to, and this was just the cherry on top of it all. As you can see, this moment had so much to unpack in just 10 seconds. I hope I could really capture the amazement of it all for you. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my in-depth breakdown of the Kyoru moment from episode 17 of Fruits Basket Season 2. It truly was a treat for the eyes. And at this point, it seems like Kyo and Toru are basically set in stone, like, let's be honest. We just have to sit back and enjoy the ride until then. But hey, if you enjoyed this analysis type video, then I highly recommend you subscribe down below or in the bottom right hand corner, because I'll try to do these every Wednesday for the newest episode of Fruits Basket. And here, I'll even sweeten the deal for you. If you subscribe, I will guarantee the next episode is a banger. But with that out of the way, I'm BriThi, your local anime YouTuber, signing off for now. I'll see you, until next time, my dear basket cases. Goodbye.